Okay, so we're live. Getting my channel up on my phone so I can see. And we're welcoming back Danielle, Danielle Matthews. And we've had her on the show several times. We absolutely love Danielle. So welcome back, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And you've had my mom on too, right?
Oh, hang on a sec.
Oh,
I thought I muted myself. Obviously I did. So what was your question?
I said you've had my mom on too, yeah?
Oh my gosh. Yes, she's amazing.
I think last I was on here, you had a pregnant animal at your house. Have there been babies?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, 3 babies.
Oh,
One is brown, black, gray striped. The
okay.
other is a tuxedo. And then there's another that is just so unique. It's like brown and black patchworks right on the head. So there's 4 squares.
Oh,
What appears to be like 4 squares on the head, and then the rest of the body is brown and black as well.
oh, pretty. It's amazing
Yeah,
when they come out. Yeah.
I know. And the other 2 fight a lot over the nipples, so I'm kind of figuring they probably are male, and the other one is just so laid back, so she's probably female.
It's about right. Come in with that energy.
Right? So, well, hello everyone. We will also be having Janie join us in just a few minutes. So this is going to be a really fun powwow.
Yeah, amazing women.
Right? Power of female energy. So, does everyone know what your story is? What you came from? What happened?
I don't know. I've shared a couple times on here, but just to give everybody a little background on like my world, everything changed in my life 10 years ago, Candy, and it was because of a car accident. And it was interesting. I was sharing with somebody earlier today, and she said, she like stopped me mid sharing, and she said, "I'm sorry, but I just have to say how grateful I am that happened." And I was like, "Huh?" And she goes, "Well, the person you've become through all of this is just beautiful." She said, you grew through what you went through. And I just wanted to like pause and acknowledge your courage for that. And I thought, yeah, like it's amazing in life. Life hands us challenges, right, Candy? And it's like, it's an opportunity for us to go inward and figure out what else can I pull out of me, to get through this, to get over it, to get into the next level. But my world came to a crashing halt because of a car accident. I was hit by a drunk driver. And hey, Janie.
Hi, Janie.
Hi.
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been a while.
I know it has. It has. And you're usually outside of your house when I'm talking to you on your back.
Now you get to see the inside of my house. That's the whole thing.
Well, I was just giving everybody on here a little background, my journey into where I got now and all the work that we do with ASEA together. So I'll jump back into that, Candy, if you want.
Sure, please.
Yeah. So I was just telling everybody my world 10 years ago came to a crashing halt, literally because of a car accident. And when that happened, I walked out of the vehicle. It looked like I was fine physically. In fact, I looked like I look right now. But I had damage internally in my brain. And it was something that took a little while to be picked up because they couldn't see it on scans. I didn't have a bleed or anything like that, but it was classified as a mild TBI, mild traumatic brain injury. And fortunately, it was not moderate or severe, but still mild. I think it's a bit of an oxymoron to talk about that with traumatic brain injury because it pulled me from my world. I mean, I couldn't concentrate for more than like 10 minutes without getting just completely overwhelmed. And super sensitive to noise, to light. I had pounding in my head that was relentless. I was dizzy. And as you can imagine, I couldn't work. So I ended up having to move back in with my parents. And it was just a full-time focus on trying to get me well. And I like went to Western medicine looking for answers and, trying to get those questions answered and see what they had to offer. And they didn't really have much. They said with this type of injury, it might heal in a month, 3 months, 6 months. At the 1 year point, they said to me, it was just my new normal. And with my type of injury, my body had done the healing it would do. But at the same time, I was looking at alternative things. And I think, Candy, you're really into that world as well. I've always really enjoyed talking with you on air, off air, about, you know, the things that you look at, herbs and things. And like last I was on, Kid was drinking some tea that like I watched it help him while we were on the show. So you're very gifted. And my mom is of the same spirit. I mean, since I was little, like I'd go swimming. I was like a competitive swimmer and I get swimmer's ear all the time. And she would put some concoction of like garlic and olive oil and something in my ear at night. It stunk to high heaven, but like it would be cleared out. So there's so many amazing remedies. And so we explored, you know, having a mom that was in that space and had connections. Like we looked for things, but there was nothing that was helping my system to repair. There was some that was helping a little bit with me, maybe having like the intensity of the migraine go down or something like that. But it was really relentless. However, 2 years into it, I was laugh because I wasn't open when it came originally, but an acupuncturist that had been a student of my mom's called her and said that she'd found the ASEA, that she was using these redox molecules in her practice. And she was the one that said, look, every single client is having results. It's helping each person where they need it. I believe it would help Danielle, you know, with her brain. And she said it would pass the blood-brain barrier. And I think this is so critical in understanding because these molecules are native. Like a blueberry is natural, but like your body doesn't make blueberries. There's a possibility you could be allergic to a blueberry. Or, you know, we were talking about before, like sometimes your body just is allergic to things and it comes out of nowhere. You can't be allergic to redox. Like every cell in your body is making these molecules right now. And so when you drink ASEA, which is just stabilized redox, the system knows exactly what to do with it. And it's like, how beautiful that we have something like that. Yeah. What's in that bottle? It's in every plant, every animal, all of us, every living thing. And I don't know if you guys have experimented with this, but like I've got these beautiful flowers in front of me right now and I'm just smiling thinking of these plants because you could put, like you're taking that shot, well, you could fill up a vase with ASEA and put flowers in it. And you could fill up another one with just water and put flowers in it and then watch what happens in the days and weeks to follow. And you're going to see one stay much more vibrant longer. And that's why, you know, Dr. Silverman always says, you know, staying younger longer. That's really what it's all about. And anyway, I just love that every aspect of life can benefit from this. And when I eventually opened my mind enough to say this could be possible, and maybe there is something that I didn't know that I didn't know about, and there could be something that could really help my body to repair, you know, I started using this and the world changed. Not immediately, but about 90 days in, 3 months in, I started, like the pounding that had been in my head relentlessly stopped. And I started to be able to concentrate again. I had energy again. And it was like, holy cow, what is this stuff? You know? And it's amazing how things unfold because it's like life uniquely prepared me to do what I'm doing. Like my degree's in biology. I spent my first 2 years out of college teaching. And then I had this accident and I had this profound, you know, result with this technology. And it's like, who would have thought all those things put me in a position to be able to educate the masses on this incredible health technology and the impact it has in the body and your biology. So it's just like looking back, life makes sense. Sometimes in the moment, it doesn't always make so much sense.
Yeah.
How about you, Janie? I know you've had, excuse me. I know you've had quite an experience with ASEA yourself because you were mentioning to me, I ran out one time. I will never do that again.
Yeah, we don't do that again. No. So I actually got on, it sounds kind of funny, but I got on ASEA to change my old story and for emotional stability. Chronic stress does awesome things to your system, like it fries your hair. It gives you pain in your body where you didn't ever have it before. You don't sleep. All kinds of things. Mind chatter, I couldn't shut it off. You know, and some of that I was you know, there's a lot of things behind the mind chatter, but the first night I took, or the first day I took ASEA, I slept like a rock that night. And first time in 4 years I had a good night's sleep.
Mm.
I was like, oh, like that. So that was awesome. And that was on the 8 ounces a day. And so then I played with when I took it, because then after about 2 nights of good sleep, the third night I was like, wow, I'm not sleeping very good. I'm like, not sleeping. So I had to adjust. I'm in that 1%. You can't take it at night. So I it's not caffeine and there's no caffeine in it, but I treat it for myself like it is. And so I take it in the morning and I take it in the afternoon. And then I went back to sleeping like a rock. The really cool thing that I found, besides my body doesn't hurt anymore, my hair's not fried like it was, it's actually growing. My nails are growing. Even if I have had a stressful day, I can still lay down and go to sleep at night and sleep like a rock. Whereas before, even with like CBD or melatonin or something, like I had to take a lot of it to knock myself out.
Mm.
And so yeah, I mean there's none of that with ASEA. It's just lay down and I'm out. There's no mind chatter. There's no all that stuff.
That's really beautiful.
And I have a new thing. Can I share?
Yes.
Okay. I'm really excited about this because this is the first time I've got to play with something like this on this level. So I'm pet sitting a little guy who is I'll see if I can pick him up. But he's a Maltese rescue mix. He's about 14. His one tooth left, his little tongue hangs out.
Cute.
I've been watching him, yeah, off and on for about a year. And I went and picked him up on Sunday, and they said, well, we just found out he has pancreatitis.
Mm.
And so I have been out of massage and body work for a long time. So I was like, I don't remember what that is. So, you know, here's his diet. He's on a different diet. Here's his medication in case he has an episode, blah, blah, blah. And so Sunday was a little bit iffy, you know, change of house and things, and it kind of upset him a little bit. Monday afternoon, he had an episode, would not take his medication. So Jay recommended that I put the ASEA on his belly. And I thought, well, I'm going to try that. And then I had the gel. So I just slathered gel all over his belly.
Yeah.
We haven't had an episode since, no medication, which was only for pain anyways. He is eating like a pig and playing with Stinky Duck. And this has been since, like, every day he's more active than he was the day before. And it's like, all I did was put gel on his stomach.
Which is, for those who haven't seen it, this one right here. It's kind of glary, huh?
Yeah. Let me see.
There we go.
Yeah, mine's glary too. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Oh, hi, beautiful.
Well, that's the amazing thing.
I hear you're feeling better.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was napping and she woke me up.
Oh, it means so much to us when our pets and our children, our family members, our friends start to feel better. It sucks when someone is sick.
Well, and it's because when you know, it's just inflammation of the pancreas that can cause damage to other organs, and is life-threatening actually. But when they're in an episode, a family member or a dog, and you feel helpless because what do you do with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, this stuff to me is like first aid in a tube. I grab this stuff all the time.
For everything.
Yeah. I've got there's a big birthday party this weekend. I I live near the Amrit Yoga Institute, and Guru Dev is turning 90. And there's some guys that came in, some musicians that came in from India, and I was with them last night, and they were playing, I'm going to get this wrong, it's like the tabla or something. It's like these beautiful drums. And he has to use his hands in ways that I'm like literally we did it on slow-mo video, because I'm like, how is he doing this? But when he stopped, he said, I got some like discomfort here. He said, it almost feels like you refer to as tennis elbow here in the US. And I was like, I have something. So today I went back over and I just gifted, a couple of these tubes. I explained, look, where you rub this, it's going to signal the body. If you rub it multiple times, in a short period, it's really going to amplify the signal. And he was amazed. I mean, he was like, Danielle, like, I'm literally like poking at it and I'm not feeling what I was feeling. He's like, how's this possible? And I said, I know, like, it's just amazing. It's like with the dog, it's like you watch these things again and again. I've been watching it for 8 years and I still get excited. Like I was like a little kid watching earlier. I'm like, I can't wait because he's going to have this epiphany of like, well, this stuff works. And I love that moment when someone's like, wow, because then you can open them up to the possibilities of what that can mean then going forward. It's like, there's always a reason people are drawn to ASEA. Maybe it's to be proactive, but a lot of times it's because there's something going on in the body that we're not happy with. We used to have, or that's popped up like me because of a trauma, or like you because of stress. Like things just happen in our systems. And so a lot of times ASEA enters our world because we're looking for a specific thing. But then it's like, that's the door in to like this incredible, I feel like we're at an amusement park where it's like, holy cow, you can spray it in your eyes. Holy cow. Like you can swish it in your mouth and it's going to help your gums. Like what? There's like all these aspects to our health. And it's so exciting. I think there's like a PDF that has 50 ways to use Renew 28. And I was joking with Candy before this. And I was like, I bet you between the two of us, we've used this 100 ways. There's something every day that I'm like, oh yeah. There's that, the big fat Greek wedding, that guy that sprays Windex on everything. And literally, I like put Windex on it, right? And that's like what he does in the whole movie. I had a friend of mine make a meme of him with that. It was like, put Renew 28 on it. That's me. If you're around me long enough, you know that I'm going to say, oh, come here, I can help. And again and again.
So we don't believe in the cookie cutter, that any of us fit in a cookie cutter mold, but I mean, so there are different herbs to help with different things in different people, and we all react differently. But this is this is an exception. This is ASEA. It works for everyone, and including fur babies.
I know. It's amazing because like when you realize, for me, the biology behind it, right? When you realize like on the foundational level what it's doing, that's why. It's like, well, every cell in the body has to communicate through electron transfer. Like that's how it works on that level. And these molecules, redox, just stands for reductants and oxidants. Reductants have a negative charge, oxidants have a positive. These guys give an electron, these guys take one. That's how it all works on the cellular level. That's how antioxidants are being activated, genes are being turned on, like the alert for when there's damage goes out, like it's with those reductants and oxidants. And so it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense that it's like beyond even specific to like a liver cell or a lung cell or a pancreas cell, right? It's like, it goes beyond all that because it's so foundational, you know, it's like the air we breathe, like we all breathe the same air, we all need it, it's the same. Like we all use redox signaling, we all need it, period, end of sentence. And we make less as we get older. So it creates a problem in our system. It's why aging occurs. It's why we have this breakdown in things. It's why we don't repair like we did when we were young. We don't feel like we did when we were young. And so when you can replenish your system's supply, it's like, of course it will work for everyone, and that's what's blown me away with the research they've done. It was like, wow, in every study, it was like 100% results in each person that took it, or animal, right? When they did the studies with animals. So it's exciting. And I think like, I remember thinking to myself, well, I have everything to gain here and nothing to lose. Right? So it's like,
I'm bottom already. You can only go up.
Exactly. It's like, why wouldn't I keep looking? And I was talking with a woman earlier today her significant other had been in the military, tons of back issues from like all the landings and helicopters, and his body's been wrecked. And they're like, we have searched high and low. We've tried things for years. We haven't found solutions. And she said, but I'll never stop looking. Maybe this is the door. And I said, yeah, I mean, from where I sit, I think it's going to be a great solution, you know? So I just always encourage people, like, keep asking, keep searching, keep being an advocate. And then even if you have your health, like, you need to keep it, because we're constantly inundated with stuff. So we need to keep ourselves at our prime. And to me, you know, that's the no-brainer. That's why I stayed on it for 8 years. Like, it's not like my head injury is going to pop up again if I stop taking it, but like, I just feel so good. I'm like, people need to know that you can feel this good. Like, there's another level of clarity, of energy, of intuition, like all of it. It's like, there's a whole other level that you can access once you get the physical body, you know, repaired and optimum. Then it's like your energy body starts to be impacted, and on out it goes.
Well, you look amazing.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you've been on it for what, 8-9 years?
Yeah, 2014 was when I started. So
wow. Wow. So when I was doing all my study on the body healing, what I came to find out was that for every year you've been sick, it takes a month to recover. So if you've been sick for 30 years, then, or let's say we've been sick since we've been born because we got a lot of the toxins that our mothers had in their body, right? So I started my healing journey probably 10, 15 years ago. And that means I would have been 40-ish something. And that's 40 months of healing. And that's just an approximation. But what I'm seeing with the ASEA is that it's taking that time off, right? Yeah, it's taking the time off.
Yeah.
So the healing is happening faster within my body. And I remember because I was just so new at it, second month in, and all this stuff started happening, I thought we were majorly detoxing. Boy, was I wrong. Yes, we were detoxing, but we were healing and ascending so fast that I didn't know that's what was happening. So there were changes happening in my body, and it was directing both Kid and I to eliminate that food, or just stay away from it for a while, or go this direction. And because we didn't know, it was just sort of chaotic, and it felt very strange. But once we understood what was happening, oh my God, the alignment has been incredible.
Yeah. I've
been waking up talking in the dreamscape, in what's that called, Janie, when you are astral traveling?
Yes.
So I've been waking up in communication in the astral travel. Wow. And remembering it, and that maybe has happened in my whole life.
Wow.
And now it's happening on a more constant basis. So the connection to the spiritual, the connection to your higher self, to God, is just incredible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So someone is asking, do we have any specials going on?
Oh, we do. And what I would recommend is to fill out the contact me, and we will call you and fill you in on all of that. Awesome.
Nice. I always love a good deal.
Yes. Well, and yeah, so it involves either a tube of the ASEA Renew or the Cell Performance.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love
the gel. Do the gel.
I know. I have the Cell Performance next to me. I love it too, but like, there's 100 uses for this stuff.
Right.
So the special is for this one, not this one. So you get the big one.
Yes. Thank you for showing that, because there's been questions about which one. So
and then there's there's a promotion on the cellular variety pack too.
Yes, it's a choice.
Or the others.
Yeah.
variety pack, boom, always have that next to me. So yeah. And guys, so if you don't know, the variety pack, it's basically these three. I don't know that I've been on here talking about this, but what I love about ASEA is they're a cellular health company. Okay. So they're looking at how can we support on the cellular level, the most foundational piece of your health? How can we support that? And this is Redox Energy, Redox Mood, Redox Mind. And what they did was they designed through herbs and different combinations. They designed these powders that you can just put into water and drink. And they have like a flavor, so they taste good, like ASEA. ASEA tastes a little bit like pool water. This stuff definitely tastes good. And like the mind one, it goes in and it clicks on a very specific signaling pathway that helps you with focus and mental clarity. And so if you are, if you're like a student, a lot of students have loved this because it's like, ding, they're on. A lot of parents have gotten it for their kids. And just like for you at work, right? It's if you got a project, you need to do something, you're dialed in. Mm-hmm. This one, it's energy, and this has guarana, which is like a naturally occurring caffeine, and it just flicks on the switch for energy. And I've had a ton of people using this pre-workout. So they're using it to just, help themselves get that energy boost to then go into their workout. A lot of people put these two together. Dr. Silverman, I think he puts these two together, and he's like, give me the energy, give me the focus, let's go.
Yep, Candy does too.
Yeah. And then the mood, this one's super interesting because it is meant to support with anxiety and overwhelm. And I think it's so unfortunate, but there's so many people that have those feelings, especially if you're plugged into all the crazy talk that's out there. It's like, it just produces a lot of fear, and anxiety about the future. And unknown. So, and also kids, like I was talking to a mom today of 3 teenagers and she was like, how quickly can that get to me? These kids need to just regulate this situation. So, if you haven't tried that yet, I would actually say grab these. If the deal, Janie, you can explain it. I don't even know the deal. If you can explain when they reach out, like if you're getting Redox signaling, the blue and the white, and throw this in for free, it's a power pack bundle. You're getting 10 of each. Okay. This box has literally 30. I can't promise you there's still 30 in there, but it's full of these, and you get 10 energy, 10 mind, 10 mood. So you can mix and match and play around and, give them away or use them for yourself, whatever. We won't tell you what to do with them. Right. That's an awesome deal. So Janie, how do they get it? What do they need to do? What website do
they need to fill out the contact me that's on Candy's link. Okay. And then Jay or myself will reach out and schedule a call.
Nice.
Yeah.
Make sure you leave your phone number on there.
Yes, please put your phone number.
And if it's a cell number, that would be great because sometimes Janie will reach out with a text message.
Yeah. Yeah. Smart guys. So that blue website, there's a little contact me button. It's like front and center. So yeah. Click that, put in your phone number and your name and let Janie reach out and do it now. I'm sure that, you'll be first on the list then. For January.
Absolutely. I will say with the calm, the mood. Or the mood for calming, I misunderstood that, and because I was thinking like chamomile tea is for calming you down, you can go to sleep at night. No, it is for calming the stress, for having a mellow zen, go through your day, not go to bed.
Well, actually, I have some people that heat up water and put it in hot water and do drink it before bedtime. Apparently, you're just somebody that shouldn't do anything right before bedtime.
I don't do anything before I go to bed except brush my teeth and climb in bed.
Exactly. That's all you're allowed to do.
That's all I get to do.
I got people, they have a mug of their mood. And they're like, that's how I end my day and I wind down. I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
So I think I was live when someone made a comment, oh, that's in the mood one also. And I went, so I did some research and sure enough, so what that mood thing does is it helps to balance out the adrenal gland because the adrenal gland there's something called adrenal fatigue, and it's got hundreds of symptoms that often can be shared with many other things. So just be aware of that. But the adrenal fatigue, if you have been sick, if you have a stressful job, if you're a mother or a father or an auntie or an uncle, dealing with children, dealing with anything that's stressful, that, or even like a sports player or a policeman, a fireman, they all have jobs that cause adrenal fatigue because the adrenals are called upon so often. Kick me into gear. I have to go. I have to run that 100 yards. I have to save someone. So that targets the adrenals and it nourishes them and brings them back to balance so that all of that calms down within you. That's why that works so well.
That's amazing. See, you're teaching me, like, this stuff is new to me too. I'm like, blue and the white I've known for years. That's just a couple of months now, a few months it's been out. And it's like, the feedback I'm getting is incredible from people.
Adrenal fatigue is like feeling really sick. Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah, I think a lot of people suffer with that. I know several people. I had that after my accident, actually. They told me my adrenals were just like shot. I think from all the stress of me trying to like push back to life and that not being a thing that I could do. Now, Candy, you and Kid, though, also, like, I mean, something I've loved over the years of sharing ASEA is the team of people that have been drawn in. And for those listening, I probably met some of you because I got to tell you, in all my years, like, you and Kid seem to bring in people that feel like family and they want to be part of this Redox journey with you beyond just using the product, but engaging and also paying it forward. And I have had dozens of conversations with people that learned about the ASEA through your show, reached out to Jay and Janie, and then said, I want to engage more with this. And so then they end up on a call with me and I get them plugged into all that we have. We call ourselves Team Dragonfly because dragonflies represent transformation and being a positive life force. And I just have so loved, who you have drawn in, who's gotten connected with you through your energy here. And what I am super excited about is something you mentioned to me right before the show started, which is that you guys are actually, for people that decide to, be powered by Redox, decide to jump in on this journey with us, you guys are actually cultivating and having like a private group to give them some of your work. And can you explain, because when I got to meet you and Kid in person, you told me a little bit about what you guys do. And I was like, well, you all are such a blessing. I even hooked up Kid with a family member of mine. So it's like, you guys have such a gift, and the fact that you're willing to give to, those doing the ASEA in a different way. And again, it's like this community that I've been building for 8 years, and now you're adding to it. And it's just like, I see this ripple effect getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then for you to bring your blessings to it, it's exciting.
So what Kid and I are being called to is I think how we're going to start it anyways, is have a private Zoom for those that are on that journey with us, so that we can help them mind, body, and spirit on that journey to go to the next level of healing or prosperity or relationship, healthy relationships, however it is that where they're at and where they want to go, that's where we want to meet them. And all of us work together to get to the next level. And that means you and those that are you bring onto your business too.
Amazing. Guys, like, that's huge. I've always said, within ASEA, they have this saying, believe, belong, become. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's like, they always say, you got to start with this belief in the product, then it's belief in yourself. And then you start to belong to a community of people of like mind on a similar mission. And then through that, you start to become more, you start to develop into this next version of yourself. And so like what you just shared to me encapsulates, like, that is the believe, belong, become. And the space that you guys are going to hold and that you're going to open it up for the people that come, from those connections. Like, one day you will be helping thousands of people in that space. And think about like the ripple of that. It's just incredible. It's the communities where those people are living, just the family members, you know, they're going to be around those people. That's something I've always felt so excited about. And it's hard to describe to somebody. Like, this is beyond a product, right? You're getting the experience of, you know, your body, but it is mind, body, spirit. I mean, it is everything. The mindsets you need when you're around people that think differently, and then what you and kid can offer through helping the spirit, the soul develop and become, like, it's just such a blessing. I think the fact that you're offering that, you know, at no extra charge, just saying, look, we're so grateful that you're on this journey. We want to empower you to the next level. You're already powered by Redox, but now let's empower you to just look at the next level for yourself, because there is more, and together we can all become more. And that's incredible.
Yeah. So for those who have had sessions with us and have walked away with the greatest smile on their face,
yeah,
that is basically what we'll be doing in these group sessions. Changing your life, removing things that shouldn't be there, things that weigh you down, so that you can be happy faster.
Yes, that is what it's all about.
Well,
So how do people get signed up for this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, stay tuned for dates, because we're in the planning stage.
Cool. Yeah, I know. I don't know if I blurted it out too soon, but you told me about that before, and I was like, yes, this is what it's all about.
No, not at all. We want people to know to look forward to this. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got to set some dates, and then we'll get the information out on how to join us.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's some other things that we're working on too, to help those that want to do this as business as well as health.
Mm-hmm.
And so stay tuned for that too.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of layers here. It's amazing to watch it all unfold. So
yeah.
Well, and it's amazing too, because like, when beyond sleeping like a rock the first night, one of the first places that ASEA worked for me, and maybe it's because that's what I asked for, but I was looking for emotional stability. So to me, ASEA is kind of like an adaptogen herb. So it goes where you need it the most first. And I had layers of emotional garbage just sloughing off. And in that process, trying to work at the same time and function through life, and then all this stuff is going away. So it's literally like you wake up, who the heck am I today? Today's a new day. Or just follow the energy and find out who that is. But you know, if you can do all of that and go through a support like what Kid and Candy offer, that is just like top notch.
Yeah. Like the cherry on top.
Yeah. Rather than like, oh my gosh, what am I doing today? Because it changes your thought process and your whole thing. And so then when you do get stuck on something that is like a little sticky point, it is very, very helpful to have the energetic support to just move it right on out.
And those things are always desired and needed, because we do things throughout the day that cause us to open up doors to attacks and attachments and contracts that we've made, all because, you know, the programming that has been set inside of us. And so when we get together and we do a session, we're taking off, I don't know, this many layers. And there's how many layers there are, and new things that we bring into our life that needs clearing. So this will be a constant help, so that you are clear and focused and feeling good inside yourself.
Yeah. And how fun also for everybody, like, to connect here, because I'm telling you, you've like created family. I've met dozens of them. For everybody to be able to get on a Zoom and meet one another and like connect with one another, I just think community is everything. And you know, even if you're on a little Zoom screen, like, there is still connection you'll feel, and that energy exchange is very real. So I love that it's not just going to be this one way of people just getting to watch and listen, but they can all be on and connect and chat and, you know, be part of that together. Beautiful things are going to come.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so. Well, this has been so amazing. Do either of you want to say anything else before we close up?
I'm going to say that I'm going to take away saying get this, and I'm going to say if you're doing the deal, you should try this. You're probably already obsessed with the Renew 28, and you might create a new obsession, but these can really dial in and help. I think about these as like little light switches, for like when you need to just flick on that today. It's like this stuff's foundational, yeah, but you can really dial in. So all I want to say is I retract what I said earlier, and then I think everyone should go play with these.
And this is also like bringing use to your skin, because I'm seeing changes. There were like, if I rubbed under my eyes too much, then the skin would just sort of move and then stick like that and eventually come back. So the wrinkles were real. And tightness is happening now.
Isn't it incredible?
Yes. I'm just like, well, I'll just put it on my boobs, and I'll put it on my belly, and I'll put it on my inner thighs.
Everywhere.
Right?
Get out of the shower and you take a shower in the gel. That's just how it goes.
It just happens that way.
Yes, and Kid is putting it on his hair, and we're keeping an eye on it to see if not if, but when hair is going to begin to grow there. And I think I'm seeing a difference, but we're not ready to quite claim that yet. So we're just in observation mode.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it took Jay, what?
Months.
To grow his.
Yeah. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. It was like, oh, look, your hair's fuzzy.
Kind of like a Jay chia plant, right? Oh gosh, I love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me back on, Candy. It was good to see you. And Janie, it's always good to see you too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you ladies go, and let's do this again.
Yeah.
Sooner than later. This is great energy between the three of us.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and people, when the family comes on and looks at this video, they're going to understand more about the gold that we have here. I mean, this is real treasure. Yeah. This is real treasure. I look back at where I was even before I started, and I was all over the place. And I remember someone saying, or a couple people noticing, Candy's calmer. Look at that. She's not like, and yeah. So hasn't helped the speech yet.
One thing at a time, right? What did you say? 30 years, 30 months. It accelerates, but it's not overnight.
Yes. Love you, ladies. And family, thank you for joining us. And we will bid you all adieu. Don't forget to call the number if you're interested, and have a wonderful evening.